Hello everyone, it's Cermak here, and welcome to Cermak Talks. And the topic that I wanted to talk about today is autism. And autism has been an issue in my family for as long as I can remember. My family's had to deal with autism ever since I was young, which is something like 15 years at least. Yeah, that's a long time. So before I get into anything else, I wanted to inform you guys on what autism is. In my own words, autism is a brain condition in which the victim does stuff that normal people don't usually do. A good example I can think of is chewing your own hand for no reason, which is what one of my brothers does sometimes. I currently have two autistic brothers, at least that I know of. I don't know if anyone else in my immediate family has autism, but so the first person that I wanted to talk about that has autism is my brother Kenny. I think the best way to describe Kenny would be he is a grown man with the brain of a toddler. Like if you see him, you'll see what I mean. He does lots of things that toddlers usually do. He likes to grab at stuff. He likes to grab at food, especially. He seems to be pretty hungry a lot. He is nonverbal, meaning he can't speak. And that's pretty much it as far as immediate conclusions go. And one of the only things that keeps Kenny content is putting certain movies on a TV for him to watch. He seems to like certain Disney movies, such as The Lion King, Mulan, Tarzan, and even newer ones like Frozen and Moana. He also seems to like certain VeggieTales videos. One of his favorites seems to be something called The Ultimate Silly Song Countdown. That pretty much speaks for itself. They just count down the top silly songs of the day. I think another thing that keeps Kenny content is every once in a while, my mom or dad takes him for a ride around the neighborhood. He seems to like getting in the car and going places, probably because he can't go outside on his own. Every once in a while, Kenny manages to get outside the house on his own, and those times we have to chase him down. Sometimes he doesn't get past the front yard, but other times he gets onto the street and past the street, and we all have to search for him. I think that's happened like twice, maybe 3 times. So yeah, Kenny cannot go out. Actually, Kenny can't be left on his own for very long. We think that he could get into trouble. Maybe he could grab at some things, knock some stuff over, stuff like that. So I think that's pretty much all I can talk about concerning Kenny. Which leads me to my next autistic sibling, Matthew. I didn't always know Matthew was autistic. My mom told me that he was autistic like a month or 2 ago. And based on his recent actions, I always thought he had a screw loose or something. Well, I mean, some things that you can point out about Matthew is he seems to be on screens pretty much all day. He has his own iPad that he likes to play on. And technically his own computer. One of the websites that Matthew likes to visit is this place called Scratch. And I think in that place you're able to make your own video creations and post them. Some of them are interactive, I think. But that place doesn't exactly have the best content, as I've seen Matthew get into. Which might lead me to some other things that describe Matthew. Matthew tends to get angry easily. Sometimes if even the slightest thing doesn't go his way, he throws a fit. He starts yelling really loudly, sometimes banging the device that he's using, the iPad or the computer. And to make matters worse, every once in a while... No, not every once in a while. Fairly often, more like. He tends to curse quite a bit. I do not know where he gets that from. But my mom and dad have constantly told him to stop. Yet he continues doing it. And I think that might be because he's autistic. In my opinion, I think it's harder to get autistic people to change. My mom and dad have constantly told him to stop getting angry at stuff he shouldn't be getting angry at. And they've also told him to stop cursing a lot. Yet he keeps doing it. What are we gonna do about that boy? So, how do we deal with this autism? Well, I personally have adjusted to Kenny's ways. His grunting noises, his movies, him grabbing at things occasionally. But Matthew, on the other hand, even though he's autistic, I have hope that he will improve somehow. I don't know how. I'm still working on that. Maybe that might be a decision for my mom and dad to make. Oh well, we'll see what happens. Another thing that I wanted to bring up is every once in a while when I scroll through Facebook or something, I see a post shared by my mom or dad about something concerning autism. Maybe it might be a fundraiser for scientific reasons. Maybe they could be working on a cure or treatment for autism. Other times, a certain post says that an autistic kid is missing. And I understand their reason for concern, but doesn't seem like we do much about that. I understand that mom and dad want to raise awareness for autism. You know, now that I think about it, it's amazing that mom and dad have had to deal with autism for at least 15 years. So props to them. They've done a good job. As for myself, I think I might want to try find more ways to raise awareness for autism. Maybe bring it up in one of my streams or something. I mean, besides this video, I'm not too sure. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Anyways, one of the last things that I wanted to say is autism is a serious issue, and we kind of need to do something about it, or at least raise awareness of it. The best thing that you can do to raise awareness of autism is maybe to share this video, or maybe post something on Facebook or tweet it out or something. Just tell your friends about autism and use some of the struggles that I've been going through as an example. In fact, maybe you could reference some people to my video or something. I'm starting to sound like a bit of a sellout, aren't I? Well, I mean, autism is a serious issue. Be sure to spread the word about autism and get your friends involved in this sort of thing. So I think that might be all that I have to talk about concerning autism in my family. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this. What do you think about autism and my two autistic brothers? Leave your comments down below and maybe we can start some sort of a discussion. And with that, I'm pretty much done here. I'll be signing off for now. See y'all later and have a good day.